Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this. I still don't know how to pronounce this. This is Manipple or whatever it is, Studio. And the figure I'm showing you guys is Agent Smith. Now, this is awesome. This is quite an impressive figure. It doesn't come with much. It only comes with a pair of sunglasses, his Desert Eagle, and a bunch of hands, and that's it. So here's a little container to store your accessories. The Desert Eagle and the sunglasses are stored in here, and then a bunch of hands. And let's take a look at the figure itself. It looks very, very impressive. Look at how good the likeness is. It looks exactly like Hugo Weaving. Is it Hugo? No. What's his name? I don't even know. I think that's it. But yeah, and then the suit itself is pretty much identical. I think it is identical to Mafex's body. So here's the suit, and Mafex released a suit figure with. A figure with the suit on. It's exactly the same as this one. This one actually is much better because the joints are much tighter. Especially the knees and the elbows. Those are really tight, and then everything else is really good on this figure. And the sunglasses are actually made out of metal. So yeah, that helps because especially with how thin it is. And small, because this is a 1/12 scale, so you don't want a thick sunglasses where it looks extremely out of scale with the head sculpt. Because for them to make it in plastic, I think it'll break so easily, but with metal, it tends to stay put a bit more. So that's nice. And then they give you a little carrying case, a little translucent case for it, so you don't risk breaking the sunglasses. And take a look. Here's another look at the suit itself. You can see double jointed elbows. There's single joint knee, and then there's a ball jointed ankle, and then there's toes articulation. For some reason, this toe is very loose. And then there are ball jointed hips, ball jointed waist, ball jointed chest, and then there's a ball jointed neck. And the head is sculpted with the neck, so you're not going to get a whole lot of range of motion out of this guy, except for turning left and right. And then, the wrists are ball hinge joints. Alright, and here's Agent Smith without his sunglasses. And you can see the likeness is still very good. Not perfect, but the likeness is still very good. And you can see the elbows could bend over 90 degrees, which is nice. And again, this suit, this body is exactly the same as the Mafex body. The only difference is that the joints are tighter. And this is a black suit. And here's the back of the suit. So yeah, if you're wondering about the suit, it is exactly the same. So if you own a Mafex figure, Mafex character with a suit on, then you know what to expect. Alright, let us take a look at articulation. Head, again, is on a ball joint. It does move a little bit, but again, it is sculpted with the neck, so you're not going to get a whole lot. You can't look up, but you can look down a little bit. And then the arms are on ball hinge joint, and it is quite stiff, and it does rotate, bicep section. And then double jointed elbows and ball hinge wrists. Then as for the chest, there's a ball joint, I believe, and he could give you a crunch, about that much. Arch back, not so much, because it is hindered by the jacket. And then the legs are on ball joint. They are really, really tight. And it can lower. The legs can be lowered a little bit. So you can back up. And then as for the knees, you could bend over 90 degrees, and then again ball jointed ankles, and then toes articulation right there. So they have a deal when you buy 3 get 1 free. I took advantage of that one instead of buying just one, because I want him to fight Neo like in Matrix Reloaded. and so I went ahead and purchased a few of these guys. So I ended up having 4 of them, and they all are exactly the same, identical, down to the articulation and the tolerance of the articulation as well. So that left leg, the knee joint, the toes articulation, it is much looser than the right foot, and they're all the same with the rest of them too. So it's not a one-off, it's all of them are exactly the same. But I will show you guys what they look like together at the end there. But for now, let me do a comparison. Here's a Marvel Legends figure, and he is actually he fits in with the Marvel Legends quite well. So you can see right here, fits in perfectly with the Marvel Legends. So if you have Marvel Legends and you want to pose with the Matrix characters with Agent Smith, then you can definitely do that. Alright, then here's a comparison. Again, like I mentioned before, about buy 3 get 1 free. So I have 4 Agent Smiths, and here's the Mayfax Bruce Wayne figure, and you can see the articulation, and even down to the no, not so much the folds of the outfit though. The folds different. You can see the pants, they're different, but as far as where it's cut, all that, they are almost all identical. As far as the articulation points, they're identical, and then the suit looks very similar. The tie's different. There's a little cut in, there's a little tugged in the middle, while this one does not. So yeah, it is different, but as far as the articulation, they are identical. So let's focus. Well, you might as well show the height between them. They're all the same height, even with the so it'll work well with your Mayfax and also your Legends. Alright, and here's one last look of my 4 Agent Smiths. Yeah, they look fantastic. It would have been nice if these figures come with a second head or a second facial expression. That would have been nice, because they all look the same right now. In the film, they have different facial expressions, so it would have been nice if at least 1 or 2 of them has a different facial expression. That would have been perfect, but this is what we got. And then I believe there's another company, it's making an Agent Smith. Is it Felix, or I'm not quite sure. It's one of those 112 scale company. It's making a another Agent Smith. That one has 2 facial expressions. I don't know if they're the same height. That one is the same height as this. Whether it can be interchangeable. If so, I might just buy another one and then at least give them a few different facial expressions here. But I'm not sure yet. It's 4, I think it's totally enough. And then if I want to put more in my photos, I'll probably just Photoshop in a few more poses of these 4 here, just to beef it up. Beef up the photos with more Agent Smiths. And once Neo comes in, then I'll be able to create the photo like that. So there you go. There's the 4 Agent Smiths from, is it Manipple? Yeah, whatever. So there you go. Thanks for watching.